Hi everyone, how are you doing? Welcome back to the channel. It's Eugene Talks Football. I hope all of you are doing well today. Please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Much appreciated. I just want to quickly react to the game against Liverpool. It ends in defeat in our last game of our tour of the United States. It's Liverpool 2, Arsenal 1. It wasn't really an encouraging game, but when you are on the losing side, you take consolation. When you are on the losing side in a preseason friendly, you take consolation from the fact that it's only a friendly. When Manchester United lost against us the last time, they claimed it was only a friendly. But it's important for us to look at the game critically and see where we fell short and the mistakes we made and how we can build on it. And that is what the preseason is about: is to make mistakes, work on your mistakes, going into the new season. So there are a lot of things I point out in that game. But first of all, when we look at the starting lineup, Callahan starts in goal, and it was the back four of Gabriel, Jakub Kivior, Ben White at right back, of course Zinchenko at left back, and the midfield comprised of Thomas Partey, Odegaard, and surprisingly Kai Havertz in midfield. And the moment I saw Kai Havertz, and I said, "Here we go again." But I said, "Well, it's only a preseason friendly. The manager can experiment." And the front trio of Reece Nelson, Gabriel Jesus, and of course Gabriel Martinelli. You know, early minutes of the game, we piled so much pressure on Liverpool's defense to the point where we subjected Kaoimin Kelea, Liverpool goalkeeper, to series of errors and mistakes. But we failed to capitalize on the goalkeeper's errors, and we paid for it. And rightfully so, Liverpool took the lead through Mohamed Salah. He exploited Zinchenko, unsurprisingly, Zinchenko's position, as he was just a handful for Zinchenko, to be fair. I said in my previous video that Zinchenko offers little or nothing to this present Arsenal squad. And it is becoming increasingly clear each time he, he he comes to the pitch. And yesterday was not different at all. So I didn't see much that Zinchenko brought into that game. But I'm not going to apportion the whole blame to Zinchenko. It's the entire team. But it's not as if Arsenal played badly or terribly, but there are issues that needs to be addressed. I know that I opined earlier, initially, that we do not need a striker. Maybe I was wrong, but if you critically look at it, who is out there in the market, a player that is not in the mold of Kai Havertz? Who is there that we can add to this present Arsenal squad? Because what I noticed or observed in that game is we lack that killer instinct. You know, we lack that instinct, we lack that drive, that energy to punish teams. We are a brilliant team, especially in the second half. We dominated the game, because in the first half we were 2-0 down, and Kai Havertz pulled one back before the break, and at the in the second half, Liverpool sat really deep. I just noticed what Arne Slot decided. He just wanted to win the game, and that was the plan he exploited in the second half, and the plan worked really well. And before we realized that we needed to at least draw the game, the time was up. So, but as we would always say, it's only a preseason friendly, and I'm sure that Mikel Arteta is going to learn a lot from, and the players as well. are going to learn a lot from this game, because especially Zinchenko, and it was only in the second half that Thomas Partey grew into the game in the midfield and controlled the midfield really well. In the first half, there were a few misplaced passes in the midfield that the Liverpool players, especially Harvey Elliott, exploited. And so we cannot continue to do that in the Premier League if we want to win the league. Now, we must understand that it's 21 years since the last time Arsenal won the league. It's getting too long. We keep saying that this is our year, and we must work towards that. We must act as if it is truly our year, because it is evident that other clubs are strengthening as well. I was really impressed with Liverpool's performance, but that is not to say that Arsenal didn't put in a brilliant performance. But what I'm trying to say is that we must be wary. We must understand that other teams will compete. So, yeah, it is what it is. And from that game, it is evident that we need a killer instinct. That's just what I'm trying to take out of the game. We need a killer instinct. You understand what I'm saying? We need a killer instinct. For example, Martinelli had a lot of chances from the flank, from the left wing. Indecision. You got to be decisive. You got to know when to take a shot. You got to know when to lay a pass across the face of goal. And yeah. So, but I must take positives from the game. Martin Odegaard looked really sharp. He made brilliant runs. Gave an assist for Kai Havertz's goal. And as I said before, Thomas Partey grew into the game in the second half, dominated the midfield. And Kai Havertz, for me, was the man of the match in midfield, though he was subbed off in the second half. So, in general, it wasn't a terrible performance. It was a fair performance. We lost the game. That's the heartbreak there, and I'm sure I can only say that Liverpool, they played brilliantly. They did really well, but we have to do better, and we must improve, and that is the most important thing. Yeah, and that's the last game of our tour of the United States. So the team will depart the US for London and prepare for Bayer Leverkusen, and before the last preseason game, which is the Emirates Cup against Lyon at the Emirates Stadium. So I believe that the gaffer has seen a lot from that game, and there's positives and negatives to take, and we put them together and see what happens going forward. The good thing is, throughout the tour, there is no news of injuries to players, and that's a good thing. So that's something positive. The boys are in good shape, and yeah. So let's look forward to the season. Let's keep the positivity, but it's very important that we strengthen, especially in attack, because if you take a critical look at that game, Gabriel Jesus lacks that physical presence in attack, in the number 9 role. That physical presence, he lacks it. He gets bullied a lot, So as much as he's a quality player, he said it himself that scoring goals is not his strongest point, So we cannot afford to have that as our number 9 going forward, and expect to win the league. So I believe that we need reinforcement in attack. You know, Ivan Tony, I don't know. So let me know what you think in the comment section below, people. We lost the game 2-1. It's a preseason friendly. We move on, and we look forward to the future. Thank you so much for being a part of Eugene Talks Football. You all are legends. I appreciate you, people. And keep watching Eugene Talks Football. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, people. Share the video, hit the notification bell. I appreciate you. See you.